It's classic Surf City, USA, as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of surfing in Huntington Beach. It's about the pier, it's about the events, it's about the festivities. How much trash do you think you're going to collect on the beach?
We usually have about, on an average, about 300, 350 people that come out, and they pick up almost a pound of trash.
Now it's happening. You know, last year, of course, we laid some stones down a year ago today in the Hall of Fame and the Surfing Walk of Fame. Connie Boardman, at that time being the mayor, helped do that, and she's down here today. But now we are here, and we've got the men were men and boards were made of wood, which, you know, like really kind of signifies that this happened 100 years ago. And this isn't the US Open of surfing. This is kind of a bit like it was when George came down, you know, and I think it's going to be really cool to see the guys go out and try and ride these old boards.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm 56. I love it. Everyone I've met, they're the most wonderful sport people I've ever met in my life.
Tell us about this experience for you.
You know, the board, I hardly got any sleep last night. I almost thought I was going to get sick. And it's just, I can't believe I'm here and riding my board at the south side of Huntington.
You're making history today. How you feel?
Oh, I love it. So fun.
I just wanted to try this board. I mean, I've always wondered about them, and gosh, that thing is amazing.
It's just a real challenge, even just being out in the water and the lineup and punching through the surf, and it was still kind of fun and unique being out there.
Recreating that today, and you're actually going to have...
Well, hopefully Ryan Hurley catches a board on this and he can be George Freeth 100 years later, right?
Crazy 100 years later, we can kind of do something like this and pass it down to the next generation, and you know, it's just, I'm just grateful to be a part of this thing. It's cool.
Today you were George Freeth.
Yeah.
You were George Freeth out there.
Yeah, can you call me George?
You are George.
Okay, thank you.
Up and Ryan, there's Ryan Early on the George Freeth all the way to the pier. I think we're winning ride of the day so far.
So we came up with the GeorgeFreethFoundation.com, and the organization, every nickel that comes in goes in a fund to help inner city children or underprivileged children, get them out of the neighborhoods, get them to the beach.
Oh, it's an incredible exhibit. Everybody, we really honored Gordy Dwayne, and we replicated his first surf shop.
In the shelter of the night, lounging on the levee, listening to the nightingale.
And another milestone was June 14th, 2014, 100 years of the iconic Huntington Beach Pier. Pier Plaza was the scene for a walk down Main and memory lane.
This is the longest pier by far in Southern California, and it's quite remarkable in that it's come through many different phases. You know, just as said, you know, started out as a wooden pier. In 1914, it was built as a concrete pier to be able to withstand the pressures. But even then, over the decades, it came down. Some challenges in the 1980s, an El Nino or two. But Huntington Beach came back, and there's some people that are here in this audience that helped with the pier group, that helped to rebuild this pier. In fact, our sister city, Anjo, Japan, also came up with funds to help us rebuild our pier. A lot of private donors, in partnership with the city, made this beautiful pier that we have today, which will last decades.
The commemoration of the 1914 Huntington Beach City Pier brought viewpoints from ceremonial guests, including Dave Wentworth Sr., great-grandson of the first city mayor, Ed Manning. Legendary lifeguard Max Bowman, on the role lifeguards played. Tina Veray, on the public-private partnership the Surf City store enjoys on the pier today and their own 20th anniversary. Peter P.T. Townsend, world's first champion surfer.
It's pretty incredible to think that that piece of stone there, right there, was in the pier 100 years ago when they opened it, and Henry Huntington brought George Freeth down on the Pacific Railway train, and I think they got off right here.
and the 1914 Mayor Eugene French, recreated by Darrell Rivers.
100 years ago today, we united to make that brave foray into the sea once more.
And the always insightful HB's author, Chris Epting.
What I always love about this pier is that it's an extension of Main Street. To me, the city begins out there. There aren't many coastal piers that are like that. Seal Beach has one, they're very fortunate, but by and large, you don't find this kind of wonderful seamlessness where a main street leads to a pier back to a main street.
Today, the city of expanding horizons is Surf City, USA, complete with championship surf contests, legendary hallmarks of the culture and its past, and at the beauty surrounding it all is our beloved pier.
100 years!
For Surf City Highlights, this is Matt LaFrance.